Hi guys, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So in today's video, I'll be sharing my 5 awkward menopause signs and symptoms hardly anyone talks about. So my name is Sasha and welcome to the Limbex channel. So before I start, I'd like to confess that I actually tried making this video numerous times. I was so frustrated, I was yelling at myself and my husband, it was like, you're being hard, you're overreacting, just calm down and I'm like, I just cannot remember my words. So I think it's to do with the brain fog, because before I had my hysterectomy, I used to be able to remember my words. I could cram a whole book, literally, no kidding. But now, if I don't write things down, girl, whatever I'm trying to say is history. It just feels like I'm going in loop. So bear with me if you catch me looking down. I'm trying to remember what I need to say. So let's jump right into it. So my number one awkward menopause sign that I've been dealing with since after I had my complete hysterectomy at the age of 38 is enlarged breast. For some women, it's perfectly okay if they wanted big breasts, but for we ladies or we women that were already big chested, having enlarged breast during the menopause is no joke. You have shoulder ache, you have back ache, you have everything ache. Like even wearing your bra to go out is a struggle. Like you have to wear your bra, you have to wear a body shaper. And even when I'm like walking past the shop and I catch myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh my days. Like, come on now. Like, it's just so big. Like, my mom actually said, wow, when she first saw me after my hysterectomy, she was like, girl, this is so big. So I'm like, Mom, I think it's to do with me having induced menopause. Maybe mine wasn't like as gradual as like when she went through the menopause. She said her symptoms or signs were like gradual, but mine is like all bam, like all together. So everything I'm going through is just intense. So so my number one is enlarged breast. And before I had my complete hysterectomy, I used to be a size 36K UK size bra, but now I'm a size 40L plus God knows what. If anyone knows where they get big proper strong bra for like big chested ladies, please let me know, because your girl is struggling to get a bra size that is above 40L, UK size 40L. So enlarged breast is one awkward one that I think people or most people may feel awkward to share. But it's one struggle that we girls that are going through the menopause are going through. So I think this says it's to do with the one main reason why women have enlarged breasts during menopause is to do with your hormones. So it's something to do with your estrogen. So bear with me, let me look down. So apparently it says that when the estrogen levels drop, the breast goes through the process called involution. So where the glands that produce milk shuts down, the breast tissue is replaced by fat, is one main reason why we women have enlarged breasts during the menopause. And another one is to do with weight gain. I'm also going through that as well. So before my menopause, all my clothes sizes that I used to wear, I can't wear them no more. They're so tight. It's just, I can't stop eating. Like I'm constantly eating. I don't know if it's to do with comfort eating or and now with my menopause as well, like my taste is different. So I'm constantly like, everything I used to dislike before I had the surgery, girl, now I can eat anything. I literally can open the fridge and just start helping myself, especially ice cream as well. So like I used to say to my husband, just get only one pack of ice cream at a time, because if you buy me more than one ice cream, girl, it's all gone. Like literally, I literally sit there and just munch away. So that's just the little side thing that I just needed to try out there. So enlarged breast is my number one awkward menopause sign and symptom. And number two is urinary incontinence. So this one is kind of like strange because like I had complications during my hysterectomy. So I had bladder and bowel repair. So it could be different for other people. But with me, I find now that if I need to use the toilet, I have to go. I cannot hold it. And before I had my hysterectomy, I would not use a public toilet. I could hold myself all day till I get home to use the toilet. But now, if I need to wee, I have to race. If I don't race there, it's all leaky. There's an accident. So yeah, and you can imagine me running to the toilet to use the toilet, number one or number two, and I'm like running with my big breast. It's just, girl, I don't even like, it's just too much weight to sprint to the toilet. So yeah, urinary incontinence is another one, and it's awkward, but I just had to share it out there. It's yeah, and also with the urinary, it says it's it could be to do with a decline in your estrogens. So when the estrogen production declines, it weakens your pelvic floor muscle during or after menopause, causing loss of elasticity in the vagina tissue. So that's probably the reason why we can't hold our urine when we are on the menopause. And with mine, it's just really intense. So number 3 is body odor. Girl, before I had my hysterectomy, I just even if I had a shower once a day, I felt really clean. But now I feel like I have to I could shower 3 times a day if you don't hold me back. Like I'm like constantly showering, because like I just feel really dirty. And I think they also says that your sense of smell is altered during the menopause. So perhaps that's why like I can smell, like I can smell myself all the time, even when my husband can't smell me. So yeah, and also I think because we go through stress sweating as well. Like there's something called, I think, stress sweating, when you're constantly stressed, so you're sweating, and the more you sweat, the more you kind of perspire, and it smells, the odor. So, and also when you're dehydrated, so dehydration, let me just read my notes, what I made a note about this. So during menopause, hot flashes and sweating may contribute to dehydration. So if you're losing water through sweating and not drinking enough water to replace it, your body's fluids, including sweat, becomes more concentrated. So the concentrated sweat may cause more potent smell when it's consumed by your skin bacteria. So during the menopause, our estrogens and progesterone levels decline relative to our testosterone, while cortisol tends to increase. So the higher levels of both have been linked to stronger body odor. So basically, more sweat, more odor. So the decline in estrogens can trigger hot flushes and night sweats, which is part of what I'm going through as well, meaning you simply sweat more, which can result in more odor. So constant sweating, constant odor. So I'm sweating everywhere. You're sweating on your feet. You're sweating under your armpits. You're sweating down below. You're sweating on your hair. Like I'm constantly like dabbing away, because, man, it's just too much. It's just too much. So the more you sweat, the more you probably perspire the stinking odor. So yeah, so that's my number 3 awkward menopause sign or symptoms that I've been dealing with. And number 4 is changes in your sex drive. Changes in your sex drive. Changes in your sex drive. So yeah, so menopause, when you're going through this thing, your mind is not in, you're having sex or thinking about sex, because you're worried about the pain, you're worried about, and besides, you don't even feel clean. I feel unattractive, like I just feel ugly. Like how can you actually think of having sex when you're sweating. Like at night, I am drenched in sweat. Like I've got the fan on, I've got the windows open. My poor old husband, oh Jesus, that guy is putting up with a lot, because like even when it's winter, like he's like all wrapped up in his blankets and I've got the fan on and I'm like spread open and I'm like, I'm so hot, I'm so hot, I'm so hot, the windows are not open enough. Like, yeah, I'm constantly sweating. So how do you actually feel attractive to think about sex? I don't. So yeah, so that's another one that I'm dealing with. It's just my sex life is just non-existent for now. And yeah, so that's my number 4. And my number 5 is depression. I'm going to keep this one short and simple because I just don't want to I don't want the video to feel really depressing. But depression is something that I've been dealing with before I had my hysterectomy, and now with the menopause, I don't have the motivation to do anything. I struggle before I do simple tasks. It's hard work. Even just going for a walk is hard work. Everything is hard work. Like sometimes when my husband drives me to the shops and I'm like, imagining my life before my hysterectomy, I used to be able to at least walk to work and back, but now I struggle with everything. I just don't have the motivation to do anything. So it's just I've had talking therapy, I'm on antidepressants, but I just keep saying to myself that you're going to get better. Things will get better. So if anyone out there is feeling down about going through the menopause or even just about life in general, I just want you guys to know that if I can actually have the strength to put up a video and to set up a YouTube channel, it took me a great amount of strength to be able to say to myself, girl, you need to do this. This will actually give you something to wake up in the morning and look forward to. So yeah, so depression is something that I won't wish on anyone. It's that invisible illness that some people may not understand. You may think, they may say to you, girl, you've got everything going for you, why are you sad? But sometimes you just can't help it. And I find that since after I had my hysterectomy, I literally went a whole year without going out. I had the doctors coming to my house. I had the nurses coming to my house. I had the health workers coming to the house to care for my wound, and because I had no strength. I have no motivation. I just didn't want to see anyone. So I went for a whole year. I never saw anyone other than my husband and the health providers. Those were the only people that I saw. So yeah, so there is light at the end of that tunnel. So don't give up. Just keep smiling, stay positive, try and talk about how you feel with people that you feel comfortable talking to about depression. And yeah, so if I can come up and do this, then you can just take it one day at a time. And that's what I do. Like before, I used to be able to plan myself. I knew exactly what I wanted in life. I knew exactly where I wanted to be. And I find that when I didn't hit those milestones, I get so hard on myself and it just depresses me more. So these days I tend to take it one day at a time. And so yeah, so if you're going through the menopause and you're feeling down, you're feeling, when am I going to feel better? Just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Take it one day at a time. Give your body the time to get used to the new normal. Like I say to my husband, this is now my new normal. Like this is the new Sasha. It's no longer the Sasha I used to be. Now I have to find way of coping with my new normal. So yeah, so number 5 awkward sign and symptom is depression, and I will make another video and maybe go into more details about this, or maybe have like a light chit chat about it. I just don't want to make it feel really down, and that's why I'm wearing I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt today, because I just want it to be a positive video. I feel yellow is very calming. So yeah, color as well, it helps me cope. You do whatever makes you, just look for something that makes you feel good about yourself. If you like perfumes, if you like shopping, just try, take it one day at a time and things will get better. So don't be embarrassed to talk about these awkward menopause signs and symptoms with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your healthcare providers, because by not talking about these difficult conversations, you leave yourself open to not understanding fully what you're going through, and then having to blame yourself for something that is part of nature and is something that is out of your control. So let's keep the conversation going. Leave a comment below. Let us know, are you going through the menopause? Have you been through the menopause? How do you cope with your symptoms? Because we're not alone. By sharing your experience with others empowers other people, and I hope that by me sharing my experience with you guys, have empowered you guys in talking about the menopause. There's no shame in going through the menopause, according to my mom, and now I'm beginning to believe there's no shame in going through the menopause. So if you're finding value to this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It does really make a huge difference to the channel. And don't forget to turn on your post notification button so you get a notification on whenever we post a new video. I'll see you guys on our next video. Stay positive and keep smiling.